Hey, welcome to our episode of Chad's Beer Reviews with me, Chad. And
Hoppy Hour with Chris.
speaking of which, in your first episode, you reviewed a beer from this brewery.
That's it.
From Magnify
Magnify.
Brewing. I can't tell the name of it. Is it Pumpkin Spice Cheesecake Mind Over Matter Double Chocolate Milk Stout or just Mind Over Matter?
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
That's a lot of words.
Double chocolate milk stout.
8% ABV. They're at Fairfield, New Jersey, but there's no canning date on it. But it's this year's batch, so couldn't be too old.
Yeah.
So I poured it into the fancy crystal glass. Brown coming out of the can, and dark brown once it's in the glass. It does get a pretty big brown foam on it, but it has dissipated. Yours too.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it surprised me. It actually lists cheesecake as one of the ingredients on here. So, it doesn't smell like cheesecake, but I mean, to me, it has a pumpkin pie kind of smell to it. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely get the pumpkin spice.
Mm-hmm.
So the cinnamon, ginger.
I get chocolatey essence on this.
Yes.
It's almost like Hershey's, like this chocolate milk syrup.
They have it as a double chocolate milk stout.
Yeah. It does say cocoa nibs.
Mm-hmm. And
but
vanilla.
Yeah, cocoa nibs and vanilla would give you chocolate. So
Yeah.
it's like, what's the double? Like if it... They probably use chocolate malt, which, like Young's Double Chocolate Stout is why they call it double chocolate, because it's made with chocolate malt and actual chocolate. So it's not,
Yeah.
but it's not double the chocolate.
So I do get the vanilla, the cocoa, the pumpkin spice. I don't get cheesecake, but I don't know if cheesecake really has a
I don't know
big
how you
smell.
would use that into the beer, but I guess we'll find out.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, to me, it just tastes like a sweet stout.
It tastes like a pumpkin beer.
Yeah. It's definitely sweet, but it's not nearly as sweet as that Aldi one we did the other day.
It's not. There's a roastiness to it that offers a nice balance where it's not too cloying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that with sweet stouts and oatmeal stouts, they tend to actually bring out the roastiness of the malt. But yeah, I'm not tasting cheesecake on here. Other than, in fact, I wouldn't even like. I thought there was gonna be like some kind of like really thick, velvety mouthfeel or something like that. But it's not. To me, this is just like a regular stout.
Right. So if they're actually just like taking entire cheesecakes and tossing them in there, I don't know if it's even worth doing all that, because I don't really get that at all.
Or if it's just some kind of extract syrup that's labeled cheesecake flavor.
Maybe, yeah, like cheesecake syrup or something
Yeah.
like that. But I don't know if it's worth wasting cheesecakes.
I would say this is still less syrupy, less cloying than the Aldi pumpkin beer. Even though that was 6%, this is 8%.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell this one's got a bit of a heft to it, like as far as the alcohol.
Yeah.
It's not burning for me.
No, it's very smooth.
I mean, I can definitely. It's just like you can tell it's a stronger beer.
Yeah. This is kind of a nice standout from all the other pumpkin beers, because it's not over the top on anything. It's not over the top on the cinnamon, the clove. Nothing's overpowering here, but it's there.
To me, this is more of like just like a chocolate stout, because like even though it smelled very pumpkin-y, like I'm not really tasting like a whole lot of pumpkin now. Like the best thing to compare this to, which we just did in our Tuesday night beer school, which I'll put a link to, I'm sure, because we did the Southern Tier Warlock, which is also I think it was 8.6 ABV.
It was.
And that's a pumpkin stout too. So how would you compare that to this?
That definitely tasted stronger and was more complex in flavor. I thought that was a really interesting one. This one's, I mean, pretty simple.
Yeah.
Given all that's going, I was afraid it was going to be too much with all that's going on.
Yeah.
Here, but a lot of it's lost.
Yeah. I don't think they had to they didn't have to play up the whole cheesecake angle.
They don't have to mention it.
Doesn't smell, taste, or feel like cheesecake.
It doesn't.
I thought it was gonna be like like a Slim Fast or like Yoo-hoo, like that kind of texture. I've seen a lot of breweries are doing like these hard. I don't know. I guess you call them daiquiris or something. Like that, like bright pink and blue. Beers, so-called beers.
And they have lactose in it too, but
yeah. And this is not. I would not call this creamy. In fact, the mouthfeel is like medium tops.
I'm like trying to focus to see if there's any cheesecake on there at all. I'm just getting vanilla.
Yeah, I'm getting mostly vanilla, and a little bit of cinnamon, kind of like at the apex, a little bit of spice there. It's not a complex pumpkin spice kind of thing. Logan wants to join in. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I mean, to me, this is better as a sweet stout than as a pumpkin beer.
Yeah.
Like, I like it as a kind of chocolatey dessert beer.
So it matches the double chocolate milk stout.
Yeah, and also the double is another superfluous, hyperbolic. I don't know what's so double about it. Like, I've had some chocolate stouts that are like way more chocolatey than this, but I will say it's tasty. It's easy to drink. It's no challenge.
Yeah.
How much did I pay for this?
I feel like Magnify's not too bad because I got a couple from that.
It was probably
$4.99, $5.99, probably.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but yeah, I like it. It's good. It's not great. It's not bad at all. I think 7.5, maybe 8. What do you think?
I'll do a 7.25 on this one, just because, like you said, it could just be a double chocolate milk stout. Well, even just a single chocolate milk stout.
Hold up to the camera.
There's no point in putting cheesecake in this.
Yeah.
Don't waste good cheesecake.
Yeah, I think it needs a little bit more pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
And
leave out the cheesecake.
I mean, I've had 3 of so-called pumpkin spice lattes that were basically the same as this. Like lactose stouts with, the whole pumpkin spice flavoring and coffee. There's no coffee in this one, but they went more like with chocolate than coffee. Although I will say this one is better than the pumpkin spice latte beers that I have had this year.
Yeah,
but I do like sweet beers, so
some of those were kind of disappointing.
That does it for this episode. Happy Halloween, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.